Mhm. Hello, everyone.
And
Hello.
Thursday again. How are you guys doing?
we
Okay, it's
live.
Hopefully,
Throwback Thursday.
well.
It's
Yeah.
Throwback
It is
Thursdays.
another Thursday.
Okay.
We enjoy a good Thursday.
Is that red thing on up there by you, Patrice? That red light on?
It
Is that you?
definitely is on.
Right.
Now, whether or not people can see it is a whole different situation.
Wow. Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep,
Sometimes it's like that.
yep, 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 yep.
Sometimes it bees like that.
Bees in the
Yeah.
trap.
Make
Mm-hmm.
sure y'all
Bees
tune in
in the
right
trap.
now. We're gonna give y'all
Right.
time to get in the room to get started before we start having any type of conversation. Y'all go ahead and log in now. Share our live. Share it. Come on in the room.
Every-
So we can have
Hello, Governor.
hey Facebook. Hey Twitter. Hey
How y'all
YouTube.
doing? How y'all doing?
Hey,
Twitter.
I'm
Yeah.
actually sharing
Twitters.
stuff, you guys. I'm sorry, I had to share it off my page. So
Me too, honey.
what's the biggity boppity boo, y'all? What's going on?
Nothing
it's,
much,
it's you know hustling and
Typically, Sean does the "What's Up with Sean" at the
Yes,
top
you
of the
guys.
hour, but
Yes,
he's not feeling well today. So,
yes.
we're gonna all throw out a little something that's
Mm.
going on.
Okay,
Personally, for me, it's the politics.
got it.
Let's get into it.
Let's go. Nice.
what's up, baby?
So
Are we getting our
today
stimulus?
was March the 4th,
Mm-hmm.
which used to be back in the beginning of the U.S. used to be the inauguration date.
Mm.
Mm.
That is why the Capitol Police and the FBI are expecting another insurrection today. It's 6:30 and it hasn't happened yet, but they did have a large influx of people coming into D.C. this week.
Wow.
So that's one of the things that a lot of your Fox Newscast people, right wing, crazy people were talking about today.
Mm.
Thoughts about that political climate today?
I just think it's crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
It's,
Like
it's
Crazy.
fucking nuts.
It's just crazy for no
what
reason.
what this world is coming to is crazy. That's the crazy part.
Okay.
Like the stuff that's
Is
going on.
it?
I
It's
mean,
like
Is the world coming to something, or are the people allowing the world to become stranger and stranger?
The
Pretty
people.
I,
sure the planet ain't changing.
I think it's a little bit of both, honestly. I think that half of the world is seeing that the world was screwed up and like, oh, what do we do now? And then
right.
half the world saw that the world was screwed up and they're like, oh, great, everybody can see it now. Let's keep it going. So I feel like a little bit of both.
Got it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Sean.
Well, I'm like I agree with Justice. I'm on both sides. Like it's weird. Like the fact that it took so long for all this to take place. Like I don't know. Like it's weird to me that that's a sensitive topic sometimes for me because
What?
I see certain things and it bothers me. So it's like I just feel like my own people. Like if we were to do some of this belligerent stuff that these people are out here doing, literally we would be killed. So it's like I don't really
We already
know.
know that. That's not any.
So yeah,
That's
I just don't like it at all.
that's
Like
just the basic bullshit. But that's only in the U.S. God.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Could have been avoided. I feel like we had the tools and the power to avoid them. We just choose not to do them because the top 1% wants to stay rich. So it's a lot.
So my biggest issue has been that the American people are just content to watch foolishness happen.
Mm-hmm.
In France they changed one of the tax laws and those people rioted in the streets.
wow.
Because it's their money.
Rioted in the streets. They tried to take that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
But we're losing freedom, we're losing money, we're losing job security,
Freezing to death.
Right.
no
Okay.
power, no water.
In the
Half of
energy
the
capital,
there
you got emphasis on the energy capital of the United States with no power.
Oh,
Charging
you mean the
people.
place that deregulated their electric companies so they
Correct.
can make more money than God?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Wow, that's deep.
The $16,000 light bill people. Yeah, those.
So I also saw something since we're on politics.
What's up, boo?
Oh, wait, were you done? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So I saw something. I just pulled it up, and it was something that was like this happened in the Supreme Court today. Supreme Court Justice Barrett said, "What is the interest of the GOP in keeping laws that suppress minority voters on the books?" And a Republican lawyer said, "It puts us at a competitive disadvantage relative to Democrats. Politics is a zero-sum game."
He said that in a court.
In a
and nothing has happened.
Supreme Court.
Right. And nothing has happened. These people are still changing voter laws because they've already passed like 10.
Gerrymandering.
Wow.
Redlining.
You can't. In some states, you can't mail in ballots no more. You can't do absentee ballots. You can't stand in line to wait to get into the place to vote.
Wow. Why?
See, the reason why they're changing it because people say the power doesn't work, but now we show that the power voting does work. That's why they're pressed.
They're trying to make sure all the votes are not congealed into one area, as to do what Georgia has done, which is kick out Republicans out of the Senate and the governor's spot.
They can't take it. The Republicans cannot. You know what? I'm not gonna go there. Nope.
No. We can do a politics show later.
I'm gonna remain neutral.
Right?
That's what I'm gonna do.
I got something good for y'all, baby. Today we're going to talk about HIV treatment and care, and I want how we help people get into care, but also how to let people know how we get into care, how we stay retaining care, and why it's important, and also how to prevent HIV and how to protect your neck. You know, how to get through it. So first thing I want to talk about is accessibility, and I want to talk about RAIN as a resource, and then other community resources that help people who are living with HIV. So RAIN was founded in 1992 by our former CEO, President Debbie Warren. Woo! It was founded as an end of a life care facility, but then also it moved into medical case management. So here at RAIN, we provide medical case management for those who are positive, for those who are negative. We help those who are negative get access to PrEP. We also have mental health counseling here at RAIN. We also help people get enrolled in marketplace insurance. So we help assist with their monthly premiums with ACA. Here at RAIN, we also have an EIS program for people who are out of care. We help them get back into care. We also have an EPI program called Empowering Positive Youth. And that program is for positive youth who are 24 or younger. Working here is a dream.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I do. What am I missing, Patrice?
I don't know. I'm just here for the harassment, dude.
So I want everybody to give a brief description of what they do and what service they can provide to the clients as it relates to being a client at RAIN. So Patrice, how about you go first? Go ahead. Tell the children what to do.
I should have never said nothing. Hey, Regina girl, how you doing? Okay, so my name is Patrice, and as you can see under my title, it says PrEP Case Manager. I assist people in getting on to PrEP and staying adherent so that it can be the medicine that it's supposed to be, which is keeping the people that take it from acquiring the HIV infection. If they don't have insurance, or they don't have a job, or if they don't have a home, I could still get you on there for free. I also do case management, which means I help walk you through life's bullshit. Whether you want to go to school, whether you need help with your resumes, doesn't matter. Come on in. We'll talk about it.
Yes, baby. Justin, tell me what you here for? What you do, boo?
Well, you know, I do a little bit of everything. But my title is the Epi Youth Navigator, and I recently just split my role with EIS. So with Epi, I basically provide case management from a peer support standpoint, meaning that I work with 13 to 24-year-olds. I'm 26, so we're very close in age. So it's kind of like I like to call it an unorthodox style of case management, whereas, I'm somewhat of a hand holder, but I'm also like that, big brother or that friend you can call, when you're having a long day or when you just want to, shoot the shit, just, get something off your chest. And like Patrice said, I also assist with like you getting through life, at 20, between that age, you never know what you want to do. Life is a lot,
Mhm.
especially, when you get a diagnosis of HIV. It's like, well, now what am I going to do? So it's kind of like I'm there to say, look at me, like I'm here, you can do it too. What we got to do, you going to school, you want to get a job, you want to get go to trade school, what we doing. My job is to help you figure that out and be there for you every step of the way. As far as EIS, that is early intervention services, where I'm able to get those people who have been out of care, get them back into care and kind of
Okay.
walk with them there. And I know it's a hard road back in, but again, it's like a hand holding experience, where I hold their hand and kind of say, all right, it's okay. You can go to the doctor. I'm here for you. If they try you, I'm here to advocate for you. Things like that. And those who are new to care, with a recent diagnosis, it's kind of like I'm that shoulder. Like if you don't know how to process it, I'm there to help you process it, and we get you into care. I go to your first few appointments, so that you're not alone. And any questions you may have for the doctor, I'm there to kind of support you and help you understand what the doctor is talking about. And that's what I do.
Thank you. I'll go next. So yes, I part of EIS. I do the same things Justice does. It's really about getting you re-engaged in care, help you be retained in your cares and adhere to your HIV medicine, along with teaching you how to navigate your relationship with your physician, and building a healthy relationship with your physician. If you don't like them, you always change and you find a new doctor. And from there, making my transition into research, in which I will be research coordinator, just managing our 5 paid research studies at Rain
Again,
that
say it
come
again.
out and come get this money. Because I know y'all ain't got, shut up, I ain't gonna say y'all ain't got money. I know things a little tight and that money might come handy, okay? So with further ado, Mr. Sean, please tell us you do at the Rainbow.
Hello, everyone. Listen, y'all. My mouth is really hurting right now, so I'm gonna talk the best I can because it's not working with me today. However, I'm Rayshawn. I am the peer outreach specialist here with Rain and with Crew. Crew stands for Community Resource Empowerment Wellness. We specialize in harm reduction as it relates to substance use. So anyone that's dealing with any type of substance use or substance abuse issues, they can come see me. I'm a peer, so I work with them, get them into case management services as well over at Crew. They have support groups. We have group sessions, individual group sessions. We have, I can't wait till we open back up after COVID, but we have a drop-in center that I'd like to talk about later on down the line that we can talk about where people can drop in and kind of just chill out and hang out during the day. Um, and I'm also out in the community educating and advocating for healthy, safe sex practices. I'm doing HIV testing and Hep C testing as well at Rain. That's Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. You can inbox me if you have any more questions about that. We also do full panel testing on Wednesdays, you guys, so just to let y'all know. But
Oh yeah.
I'm, I'm a peer,
Wow.
so whenever you see me, you'll see me in the club being myself. I'm gonna be myself at work. I'm gonna be myself at the club. I'm gonna be myself in the streets. I'm a peer, so I want you to relate to me. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable like I'm coming to you like Tyler, because I call myself Tyler. That's my code switching. I gotta, hey, how are you? What's going on? I don't want to do all of that. I want to be able to just walk up to you and kind of have a general conversation with you so you can relate to me and I can relate to you. And we can build a rapport with each other. So therefore I can get you into services, which is about for 6 months. But that's fine. After that 6 months, if you still want to contact me and have me around, you still can do that. Okay. So if y'all need any of that information, please do not hesitate to hit me up. Okay. I love you.
All right. So next, I want to move into how to engage in care. Justice. I just found that out. I was positive. And I'm coming to your office. What can you do for me? What can you do for me, Justice, here at the Rainbow? Help me out, please. Girl, your microphone.
You just found out you were positive. You come on down the rain. Everything is discreet. We can go ahead and link you to the provider that best fits your schedule, whether that be location, availability, whether that, whatever it may be. We can get you enrolled in Ryan White services so that all of your HIV care is tended to. We can also provide support services such as counseling. If you need referrals to dental, vision, things like that, we can link with the providers to help you out with that as well. So we kind of, take it from a holistic approach. And should you be jobless, we have programs that we can link you to that will provide job training. Homelessness, we have resources to, get housing for you, link you to housing programs, things like that. You need a light bill paid. We have resources that we can link you to take care of you. Our main focus at RAIN is basically to make sure that HIV is the least of your problems. We want to take care of everything else so that you can focus on your HIV and take care of yourself how you need to be.
Yes, thank you.
No problem.
And now, Trees, I've been out here shaking and moving, right? And I was on TV, I was on watch TV, minding my business, and I saw this little commercial, right? About the Discovery. And it said, girl, you take that pill, you gotta worry about it. So, what can I do to get on that pill, girl? I need that, because I be out here busting it down. You on mute, baby.
I'm just talking. Okay. Could you repeat the question, please?
Yes, baby. So I've been out here shaking and moving. I was I seen a little commercial on the TV, called Discovery. And they said, girl, if I take that pill, I gotta worry about, becoming
The
positive.
thing.
So, yeah, girl, how do I get on that pill? What's up?
Okay, so Discovery is a once a month, once a day pill that you take so that you do not have to worry about acquiring the HIV infection. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
basically, once you start taking it, you have about a week to a week and a half to where it builds up in your system. So it kind of makes a shield around all of your cells, kind of like that, right? And then if you miss a day, that's why we say take it every day, because if you miss a day, you start popping holes in that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And if you every hole you get, lets things wiggle on in. But that's how it works.
Does it protect me from other, besides HIV?
No, no, no,
oh,
no. Taking PrEP does not mean raw is law. It's okay.
Wow.
Okay?
But I still want that PrEP, girl. So we
It
gonna
don't stop no chlamydia, no gonorrhea. People get it in the throat.
Mm.
You smell that nice breath that ain't quite right.
Mm-hmm.
Or you trying to bend it over and bust somebody open and then it's just some type of whiff. We don't want none of that. That's nasty. So that is the only thing. PrEP is now available for everyone. It used to be, really expensive, so people who had money could afford it. But now it is available for anyone, even if you don't have insurance or a job.
Mm-hmm.
Hit me up, give me a call. I'll be happy to help.
Okay, baby. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Now, with Sean, me and you go way back. Like my little, my shits. You should know now. I want to turn a new leaf. I want to start doing this. I want to, get better. You help me get better, please.
Absolutely. I'm not going to say I can help you get better, but we can work on something to get you to a better point in life. If you want to change for yourself, that's a good start. I can go ahead and assist you with that. I can stand right with you. We can go ahead and come up with a game plan. Let's come up with a mission. Let's come up with an idea to go ahead and move you further with that thought that you said you had when you wanted to change it. You don't want to do that no more, right? You don't want to use substances. By the way, what substance were you using, if you don't mind me asking?
I was doing cocaine. You know, I don't do crack. Crack is shit.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, were you doing this for recreational reasons, or was this more so just like the coping mechanism? Like, what was it for?
You know, first, you know, it was like, you know, like a little, you know, it was fun or whatever. But then, you know, as it went on, you know, I started using the coke, you know.
Okay. So it sounds like to me it's more so of like a recreational thing for you. You don't need it for any other purposes. You just want to do it just because, right?
Yes.
Okay. So cool. So we'll do. I'll go ahead and get some information from you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get your information. Send over to Crew. What I'll do is I'll link you with someone who's over at Crew with either doing individual services if you're up to it, or you can do group services. They'll get you in case management services there over at Crew. You can go in, speak with the case manager there, probably by the name of Richard, or you're going to speak to either Angel. They'll be the ones that assist you when you go in. Very kind, loving people. They can relate to you, be able to talk to you like you're an actual human being, not being judgmental because of the fact of you using the substance. And let me just say this: we don't drug test, just to let you know. To receive any of our services, we do not drug test. So you still can be using right now, and that's totally fine. But we about to work on that plan to wean you off of that. Or if you want to cut it down to 2 days a week, we're gonna work on that. Okay.
Okay.
I need you to check in with me. I'll check in with you. I'm gonna stay with you the whole way through, and we'll go ahead and get this situation started. Does that sound like something you down for?
I'm
All right,
down.
cool. All right, cool. I'm gonna get your name, then we'll get some information, and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
No
Thank
problem.
you. Now, let's say you've been positive for a while, and at one point you were engaged in your care, but you fell out of care for some reason. Maybe there was a barrier to your care, and now you want to get re-engaged in care. Hi, it's me. As a peer retention specialist, I help you get re-engaged in care. We sit down and we discuss any barriers that may have led you to fall out of care. We discuss things that will help you be retaining your care. I go over the different doctors that we have that can help you stay in care. We go over what doctor would be best for you, what medication would be best for you, and then we also discuss what doctor's office would be best for you to access. I go with you to your first 3 appointments. I can provide transportation to your appointments either by picking you up or we have Lyft concierge. She lit. Okay.
Yeah,
And then
that's right.
okay, and my real goal is to hold your hand, be your friend, and support you through this journey. You know, people fall out of care for multiple and my job is to assist you, not just only in helping you engage in care, but also helping you assist with your crises. So whether you need assistance with housing, you need assistance with food, you need a referral to a mental health therapist, just different things like that, or maybe you want to get tested for something else. You know, I can also help you get nurse visits, you know, for other things, you know. But that's my job, and my job is to hold your hand for a year, and then after that year I could help you move on to another medical case manager, or you could take over your care yourself. But you know, just know I'm always gonna be around. So don't try to fall back because I'm gonna push you forward.
We
Amen.
coming for that ass.
Okay. But before I want to go to our third topic, I also do want to give out different other resources that are just like us who could also provide resources for those for HIV. So I know that C.W. Williams is one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
of Carolina Care Department.
Amity.
Amity. Yes, hey Amity. We also have Carolina Care
Hey.
Partnership. We have partnered with Crew, A de la Crew.
Hey.
But we are also there's also
Quality healthcare is one.
quality healthcare. Thank you, Trees, so much. Quality healthcare.
You're welcome.
And yeah. And they can provide you the same great care that we provide you at Rain because we are all one at the end of the day.
We're a community that are here to help you.
Thank you. Amen. Next, I want to talk
Yeah.
about. Next, I want to get into eligibility requirements. So here we do have Ryan White. Ryan White is insurance that helps cover your medical expenses as it relates to your HIV care. It also can help you
Bryce,
get yes.
can I interrupt you for 1 second?
Go ahead, boo.
Travis, I'm going to kick you in your throat. Okay, go ahead. House of Crew. I can't.
He played too much.
You know, I'm not even gonna touch it. So Ryan White is insurance. Ryan White is insurance that helps people who are positive take care of their medical expenses. And also Ryan White can also help you get vision and dental care. So to be eligible for,
So is Ryan White like automatic when you like go get your diagnosis? Do they go ahead and say, okay, here's your Ryan White card, and here's your doctor. Have a good day.
No.
no.
That's not how that works.
No, that's not how it works. You know, that's another barrier to care. A lot of us get our results and then boom, we gotta figure it out. So the thing with Ryan White, a lot of people don't know about it until they either get into medical case management, or if you are privately insured, then they refer you to an ID specialist. So with Ryan White, there are Ryan White coordinators around the city of Charlotte. Here at Rain, we do have Ryan White funding, so we do provide a Ryan White service. That way, it gets you linked to your ID specialist, and also gets you linked to any other specialist that you would need as it relates to your HIV care. Also, here in North Carolina, we have HMAP, and HMAP helps pay for your HIV It helps you assist pay for your HIV medication. Also, we have.
When you oh shit.
Go ahead, Trees.
When you're first diagnosed, do
Mhm.
they just pick your doctor for you, or you pick your own ID doctor? I've always wondered how that works.
So
Can I answer it?
you pick. Yeah, go ahead.
Um, well, as Bryce was saying, a lot of people don't know about Ryan White until they get into medical case management. So
Hmm.
depending on where you are when you figure out your diagnosis, some people find out their diagnosis at the health department. Some people find out their
Hmm.
diagnosis at the hospital. It just depends on where you are. Because RAIN is Ryan White funded, we have connections with hospitals and different providers' offices. So when people do get uh, results at the health department, let's say, we have someone that works with us at the health department. So if someone is to, come back positive, then they'll get referred to RAIN, and then RAIN will do the Ryan White paperwork with them, and ask them questions like, where do you live? What's your schedule like? So if you live on the east side of Charlotte, then more than likely we'll refer you to East W.T. Harris. We ask you questions like, do you prefer a male doctor? Do you prefer a black doctor? Do you prefer a white doctor? Do you prefer a gay doctor? Things like that. We want to make sure that we find the best provider for you. And typically, a lot of other places will just refer you to RAIN or refer you to one of the organizations that can do the picking for you. But you don't pick they don't pick your doctor for you and say, hey, here, go to this doctor.
Okay.
I hope I explained that right, Bryce. I'm sorry.
No, you did. Yeah, so they just don't. You just don't go down the list and be like, ooh, your doctor kind of gets picked for you. Unless you come to the Rainbow, and I can help you find a nice doctor.
We know all the good ones.
We know all the goodies. So next I want to talk
They're all
about,
good. Let me not say that. They really are all good.
yes.
We just
So
have favorites.
next I want to talk about HIV treatment, and I want to get into HIV medication and how it's progressed. So currently, how HIV medication works, you will either be on a 1 pill a day regimen, and you take that pill every single day. And what the purpose of that pill is to make your viral load low and your CD4 count high. You want your viral load to be undetectable, which is 20 copies of HIV RNA or less, which will make you undetectable. And you want your CD4 count to be at least 290 and above. So, yes. So with that, it's definitely important for you to take it every single day, please. But also be reminded that if you miss a day or two, it's not the end of the world. And if you ever have having any major side effects with your medication, it's important for you to address that with your physician. So, Treese, I want you to tell me, are there any side effects with PrEP, or you did discuss if you do miss PrEP, it can weaken your barrier around HIV, but can you go into better depth in that?
So With the older pill, Truvada, which was the first PrEP pill that came out, some people would get some stomach discomfort if they took it with no food on their stomach, but you're not supposed to take any medication with an empty stomach. But it would typically go away within a week or two. With Descovy, I haven't had a lot of people say they had any bad things. No stomach issues. It seems to be a lot less invasive, and it's so much smaller. Like fucking Truvada is like this goddamn big. Like that shit is stupid. Descovy is like this big. That's silly as hell. But Descovy is only for men. Women, cis-born women cannot use Descovy. We are still stuck with Truvada. Another way the medical world has fucked women over.
So when it comes to medicine, as far as like, say for instance, I take Biktarvy, and I have a friend that takes Biktarvy, and I forget my medicine at home, so I asked my friend, "Can I have one of their Biktarvys?" Does anyone know, like, is that like okay to do that, or like should you not be taking other people's HIV meds if it's the same one that you're currently taking?
Jesse, you shake your head. Why?
I'm gonna say no. You shouldn't do that. You should not take medicine unless it is directed by a medical professional. So if you do not have a prescription if you take Biktarvy, that's fine, but somebody else might have a different prescription of Biktarvy than you do. So you don't want to take something if it's not meant for you. HIV is a very tricky disease. It has different mutations and different versions of it, so people have different genotypes and phenotypes of this virus. So you don't want to get yours mixed up and take somebody else's Biktarvy. Now you sick on your stomach in the hospital getting your stomach pumped. So that's that on that.
I would say no too, even though you're both prescribed the same thing, but still. But
I like my life, and that's not a risk I'm willing to take.
I asked that in the sense of just because I know people that have been doing that, or like asking me questions about like, oh well, if I take this medicine, I forgot it. My friend taking the same medicine I'm taking, can I just get one of their pills? I'm like, let me get the answer for that because I don't think that's right. So,
no one.
For one, you might be. My bad.
You should get in contact with your doctor's office and get your own refill. And then two, that's not something you want to forget. So let's talk about ways for you to remember to keep your medication on with you when you're traveling.
You got your little Trapper Keeper Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
you
Sunday.
You have discrete pill bottles that could look like vitamins.
Okay, you got.
Y'all don't laugh, but my best friend, we have a like an alarm that tells us like what time to like take our meds.
Yes.
And it goes off on his phone every day, so we just be like, all right, Mom, it's time to go ahead and take our vitamins. Do what we need to do.
Right.
Go forward.
Also, if you're having any shame or stigma about taking your medication because it reminds you of your status, we can here support you with that. There should be no shame and stigma about you making yourself undetectable, and we can help you work through that. We also provide mental health counseling because it is a barrier of care, and it is a barrier to keep you adherent to your medicine. But we also want to make sure that you guys are always comfortable with taking your medication, And there's ways to like where you can take it and forget about it. But it's so important for you to still take it. And also go ahead, Justice.
I heard there was a shot available if I'm not really good about, keeping up with my medicine. Is that true?
So I'm not 100% sure myself if there's a shot available. However, I do feel like if there was a shot available, that would be very, very convenient for a lot of people to have. I feel like it's in the works, but I feel like COVID kind of trumped it a little bit. So it got put on the back. So they was like, we got to put this down. We got to pick this up. So definitely vaccination will possibly be another option in the future. But also, it's not going to be something that I need people to understand. It's not going to be something that you inject yourself at home. You will have to have a nurse visit, and a nurse or the physician will have to inject it. So,
Right.
if you try to take that route, you will have to go. Every time you need that vaccine, you will have to go and get it administrated for you. You can't administrate it for yourself.
True.
I also want to talk about how to afford HIV medication because it's expensive.
Yes.
It's Now, if you're a right client, you're more than likely will get HMAP, and with HMAP, they'll pay for your medication. But if you're a person who does have insurance, there is Gilead copay card. There's also copay cards available for you. You have to find the manufacturer of your medication, the pharmaceutical company that makes your medication, and go to their website. And from there, you can get a copay card, which will help pay for your medication. And a lot of copay cards have 7,500 dollars on them for you to help assist you with receiving your medication. So don't ever worry about that. Also, too, I want to talk about enjoying your medical home and building a relationship with your physician. I don't ever want a client or ever want a person to feel like they have to stay at a doctor's office or medical home that they're not comfortable with. You are in control of your care at the end of the day. And if you ever feel like you're being dismissed, neglected by your medical home or by your physician, you have the power to change that. You have the power to change the narrative of how you feel. And you can always change your doctor. And there should be no penalty, no remorse. Yes, Sean?
I'm going to speak from experience about that. This being somebody that, just in case y'all think it's a joke. I'm not naming doctors. I'm not going to name places. But however, when I first came into care at Ring as a client, the first doctor that I went to, they were fine. But they were just a little aggressive. And I just wasn't like, I didn't get a good vibe from that doctor. However, I quickly hit my case manager up and was like, listen, can we switch me? Or like, can I go somewhere else? Like, what are my options? Because I just don't feel like this is not this. I don't feel like he even understands me, or like, you know, what I'm trying to say or what's going on with me. And I was able to switch my doctor, and I made the best decision by doing that, because now my new physician that I go see, I am happy. They literally listen to me. I don't care if I'm in there complaining about some crazy stuff that ain't got nothing to do with my health. They literally listen, asking me questions about how I've been, seeing if anything is wrong, making sure they're asking me the right questions, and even breaking stuff down to me when I got questions about like certain shots or certain things that they're trying to administer to me. And I'm like, okay, hold on, doc, what is this? They'll break it down, give me paperwork and everything. So if they definitely, like Bryce said, if you don't feel comfortable with your first provider or whomever you may be linked to first, please do not hesitate to let people know, because that definitely can be changed. It is not an issue at all.
Personally, myself, I'm stuck in the middle because I love my doctor, but I don't like necessarily like medical home. So it's like I don't want to leave my doctor, but the other side, they don't make me feel real too comfortable, or the other people who tell me real too comfortable either. So I had to figure out for myself, and that's something that can also be a barrier to care too, especially when you try to make an appointment, answer the phone for you. Yeah. So
I think that that kind of that you have to do everybody needs to do that with all of their doctors.
Yes.
For me, I had a bad gynecologist experience, and that shit will fuck you up. Them goddamn stirrups and that cold metal thing. I will never have a male gynecologist again, ever.
Me personally, my medical home, I love it, one, because it's 6 minutes away from my house.
Here.
And two, similar to like Sean was saying, when I first got into care, when I was a client at Rain, I was going to a specific, I almost said it. I was going to a medical home that, I would go there. One, it was out of the way. Two, it was like I would go there and it was like there was like no conversation. It was like I was a number, and it was like up, in and out, you go get your blood done. All right, bye. Whereas, Amity, oops, Well, where I go now, where I go now, I appreciate that I'm not looked at as a number. Like my provider wants to have a conversation with me, wants to know what's going on in my life to get me to feel comfortable. It's very important to feel comfortable with your provider. Because something else might be going on, but because you're so used to feeling rushed, you might not want to share it, you might not want to disclose it, and that could do more harm than help. So it's definitely important to be comfortable with your medical home and your provider. So if you don't like your provider, don't be scared to speak up and switch. They'll be okay.
Okay, and I'm her.
I'm
Girl,
her.
now we need to talk about prevention. Y'all need to protect your necks because the streets, they don't lift the curfew in Charlotte. Texas is wild the crack open. Louisiana
The streets
is
is watching.
crack open. They busted open. I want to talk about protecting your neck. So we did talk about PrEP, but let's talk about PrEP again, baby. Okay. So PrEP is
Okay, so
every single day, right? It's blue. It's cute.
it's not
Mm-hmm.
blue anymore. It's white.
Oh, not the
The Descovy pill is a little white pill. Truvada
oh,
was the blue pill.
oh, it's that's
Uh,
the big y'all like big girls. It's
you stupid. I'm not even touching that because that just opened up a big old closet. Okay, anyway.
mm-hmm.
And we did talk about PrEP. What I didn't tell you is what PrEP stands for, which is pre-exposure prophylaxis. And the word prophylaxis means to not infect, and in this case, it's not being infected with the HIV infection. So that's a little quick vocabulary for you guys. And like I said, yes, PrEP is great. If you are in that situation where you're out, you're having a great night with friends, you at the bar, you see a little strange, it's great backup protection for those times.
Mm-hmm.
When those times where you're like, yeah, let's get it, get it, get it. And then you get home and pop, no.
Mm.
I've
Mm.
been there. I've done that. I've made that 2 a.m. run to fucking 7-Eleven for some goddamn condoms.
Yeah,
It ain't right. Ain't
50.
nothing right about it.
Girl, and you know what happens? Shoot. I also want to talk about condoms. They ain't new. But why are people so anti? Like, what's wrong with the condoms? Justice, how you feel about that? How you feel about people? How people feel about condoms?
It's a sham.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, and y'all don't hate me for saying this, but I feel like in our community, a lot of people just feel invincible. A lot of people say, "Well, I'm on PrEP, so I don't need condoms." But herpes is a thing, gonorrhea is a thing, chlamydia is a thing, syphilis is a thing, and PrEP does not fight against those. So I just think that people have this idea that there are these defenses out here, but everybody, I think a lot of people are just worried about catching HIV, and it's like, as long as I can protect myself against that, then I am good. And then you have what I've noticed is a generation, I won't reveal the generation, which generation, but there is a generation out here that's like, oh, I got something leaking out of me, oh, okay, let me just go get that treated, and boop boop, all right, back at it. So um I don't think it's I don't think they enforce condoms like they used to, honestly. I like how you used to see, advertisements for Trojan and all of that, and I don't even think sex ed is in school anymore. So it's like, this
Well, they've never done real
It
sex
was
ed in North Carolina.
It was family life, da 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 da.
Phlebis, yes,
Yes, Phlebis.
Phlebis. So it's like there's not really education on it anymore. I mean, especially with Phlebis, I think they did away with it in school. So it's like now people are
What
growing
is
up.
a phlebis?
Phlebis was what we had when we were in
It was
school.
very worded sex education, but they try to make it
Yes.
like it's about puberty and your body, and then they taught us how you have sex only one way. It's like man, woman, penetration.
Right.
Oh, the basics talk
Yeah,
that everybody
Right.
gets in
The
North
birds and
Carolina
the
because
bees.
for a long time it was illegal for us to have sex education.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But they try to make it like it was puberty center based.
Right. Like it showed you a little video on how, the sperm interacted with the egg and all of that other stuff, but it didn't and then they like glazed over STIs,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, okay,
Glazed.
yes, a very slight glaze. A very slight glaze. But I think that has a lot to do with it, because it's a lack of education. So you have these people that are coming into their maturity, and their hormones is raging. They hot in the pants. They hot and bothered. They ready to go, and they're not really thinking about the risks. It's very much so. Well, as long as I can get it cured, baby, I'm good. Because
Right.
I'm gonna go get this shot. I'm gonna go pop these pills, and then we back out in the streets.
I'm off to the races.
Hello. So
I don't think people realize that you can get more than one STI at a time.
Mm-hmm.
You try having syphilis, gonorrhea, and chlamydia all together.
Oof, that's so uncomfortable just thinking about it.
And you didn't go get none of it treated until you had to.
And then people that ignore the signs, like, I know you feel that thing burning down there, and you just go sit here. You're waking up in the morning with discharge in your drawers, and you just going on about your day. Like, get that taken care of. I'm sorry, y'all, but get that taken care of.
And that's why you could come here and we give you resources about this to go to so you can get it treated.
Hello.
How I feel about condoms is that they necessary until we engage. Don't Trojan bear skins. I don't trust nobody.
Sean.
So I straddle the fence with this one. I know definitely that I'm out in the community, educating and advocating for safe sex practices, but I'm all about people just being grown. And I feel like people know right from wrong. I've always told people that when you're in the midst, it's like now when I heard somebody say the other day, like they were talking about having sex or something, and they were talking about COVID and all this and how they're not going out there. I'm like, I'm quite sure you're not like sucking dick with like a mask on, or when you're having sex, you got a mask on the whole time. You weren't focused about COVID when you were doing that sneaky link. So I don't understand sometimes when people will be like judging people it bothers me. Like it really, really bothers me. Like people get mad at you for wanting to use a condom. That's really where I'm getting at. It's weird because they're with this raw is law thing. Just like my other coworkers were just saying, we're not just worried about HIV.
Sneaky link. It's the sneaky link for me.
STI, yes.
Going to. But I also want to put this idea that just because you have an STI does not mean you were promiscuous, and also not everybody has symptoms because a woman has syphilis and not even know.
Right.
That's also true.
What happened?
A woman can not know. I learned that in college.
This is true until your uterus falls out. Yeah. Yeah. Or until you try to have a kid and the kid has syphilis.
Yes, but also another way
to
protect yourself from HIV. It's also if you're a syringe user, it is important to use fresh syringes.
So fresh and so clean. Okay. So fresh and so clean. There are several needle exchange places in the city that are free. Take your dirty ass shit over there and get some new ones.
Thank you, Patrice. We're not tell you to stop doing what you're doing. We're here to ask you to
just do it safe
about what you're doing. That way you can prevent the spread of HIV, but also prevent the spread of Hep C.
Hep C, all kinds of things. The things. And Sean, a while ago you said that you feel like everybody grown and they know right from wrong. We know that ain't true. Why you say that?
Yeah, you're right.
No, it's not real. There are no facts in that statement.
Hey, listen. People just, I don't get it.
You could try to do is be abstinent. You could close the shop.
Okay, there it is. Close your legs.
No.
But sex is the thing now, though. That's the thing. Like sex is in. Like it's to have sex. Like everybody's having sex.
Control.
Who doesn't like to have sex? What do you mean?
Have sex, but also too. Sometimes you just gotta take a break and be like, girl, breathe.
Okay, get you a toy.
Girl, breathe.
I can breathe around the dick. That doesn't mean I need abstinence.
Period.
Get a toy. Get a toy.
I'm saying it is a choice to prevent yourself from HIV.
Yeah. Yes.
You can like sex, just be safe about it.
And don't let
Yeah,
nobody
that
tell
the
y'all.
abstinence is not a choice for
Don't
me.
let that
I'm
"I
sorry.
love you" stuff fool you.
Okay.
Oh
Oh, I
God,
love you, so I
no.
don't want to use.
First of all, sex
I
not gonna make
love you, so trust me.
If it's under a year, you don't even know. No, that's not love. That's lust. Let me get in that booty.
Ari Lennox once said, "Do not date these boys until you are 43." And I think that is a great form of prevention. Wait till you're 43. I'm
You're
joking.
gonna be crazy as hell.
all I'll say that I
I'm
feel
just
like
hoping I make it to seafood.
A 40-year-old
Okay.
virgin
yes. All I
trying to go bust
say
it open.
it is your duty to protect yourself. And if you ever in a situation where somebody tries to make you feel bad about protecting yourself, you don't need to be around that person no more. So don't ever feel like you have to be pressured to do something that you don't want to do. Don't ever feel like you got to have the sex that the other person wants to have. It's your body, it's your choice, and you make love how you want to make love. Okay,
Okay.
and that's
If
all.
you want him to eat it before he beat it, then let it be known. You don't just get up
Let's
and
make one good thing. Sex and making love are two totally different things.
but
Let's
it
be
should still be
clear.
an enjoyable experience.
It should still be an enjoyable experience either way. If you're not having fun, then why are you doing it?
Okay, but you just gotta dead it. Stop.
And if you've never enjoyed sex, then you're doing it wrong. Or the person that you're having sex with is doing it wrong.
I agree.
So fix that.
Listen to your partner.
Get out and get something.
Girl.
Mm.
It's lagging. Why we lagging?
Because abstinence is the
That's
best.
okay. That's the best way to go. Close up shop. Close. Close for renovations.
It's
Okay.
the best, and I feel like, sometimes you do got to take a little break. So, some of y'all need to, sometimes you need to reevaluate your choices and pump the brakes on some things. But also, too, like I said, I want to make an emphasis, I don't ever want anybody to feel like they should be slut shamed or shamed because,
Right.
they had caught an STI or maybe two at the same time. You could be sleeping with one person and they could bring you back the whole bag of fleas.
Okay. Ooh, say that. I almost bust
Okay.
out praise.
You was about to praise them.
Ooh, I was.
I was about to praise them too.
Okay. Cause oof.
Because I got a testimony.
Come on, testimony. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for doing what is human and what is natural.
And also too, don't ever let a doctor make you feel like you don't know what's going on with your body. If you ever discuss a problem with your doctor and they're dismissing it and you're like, no, I know what's going on, and they try to make you feel like you don't know what's going on with your body because they know more than you do because they're the doctor, you need to find you a new doctor. You need to find you a doctor that cares because you're in your body and you know what you feel and you know what's going on with you.
Right.
Okay.
I second that emotion. Yeah. Huh.
Right, y'all.
All right.
I have you.
Have you covered your topic, sir? Because I
did.
do have a letter that somebody sent me that I would like to discuss with you
So go
guys.
ahead, baby. Read it for me, please.
Okay. It says, Dear Treese, I recently moved out of state. I left a situationship to heal and get and do better for my kids. Lately, I've been feeling like I miss him. How do I pick up my life and heart and now let that go? This hurts. Do I just focus on my children and goals? I really gave that man all of my time. I'm trying to embrace my new start, but I keep feeling some type of way. I hate that and I keep feeling this way. Please help. I'm trying to move forward.
Baby girl.
So
The fact that you had to ask if you should focus on your goals, your kids, is a problem.
Hold on. When you leave someone, especially moving out of state, you do it for a reason. Moving out of state is not I woke up and you pissed me off at breakfast, I'm moving. That's a new apartment move. If you moved out of state, It's because you had to move out of state, either to get away from him or to keep, I don't know. But if you got to do all of that, why would you want to go back? I understand being lonely. Loneliness is a thing, even when you're in a relationship. But that's when you take the time to fall in love with yourself.
Amen.
Because if you're in love with yourself, that other shit won't fucking matter at all. Because you won't feel like you need someone. You can hang out with yourself and be just fine. And it is hard. It does hurt, especially if it was a long relationship. It does hurt. But you got to look at, do you want to be here or do you want to be down here? And do you want your children to think that that's how love works?
Right. You got to set that example for your kids.
At the end of the day, you have kids. So what you want doesn't really matter. It's what those children need.
Mm-hmm.
As an adult, what we want very rarely comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
It's about what we need to do, the responsibilities, the fucking adulting.
Say that.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to teach you the 3 things my grandma taught me. Okay? Number 1, a man's going to go do to you what you allow, so don't fucking allow it.
Hello?
Number 2, you don't tell a man you leaving him. You just leave. And then number 3,
you don't.
If 2 guys fight over you, you go home with the one that won.
Well, no, I'm leaving both. I don't do all that extra shit. That's too much.
Okay. I don't need all that drama in my life.
No, but also it's just, it broke my heart that the fact that you even have to question if you should follow your goals and do what's best for your kids to actually go back to a person that you had to leave, because you just, like Patrice said, you just don't up and leave a state. That's just not something you do. You could have went up the street, got an apartment for a couple of months, and he'd be like, "You ain't coming home." You'd be like, "Okay, I'm coming home," and you just,
right.
I mean, you have to think about it though. A lot of people, especially people that have been in abusive relationships, because they've always been cut off from everybody else, because that's the first thing an abuser does.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have anybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's why they typically go back, because they don't know any other way to do it. And it is hurtful to watch. It really is. It's hurtful to watch somebody, even without kids, give up their life for someone else, give up their friends, give up their family, because this person told you to do it.
What's that, Sean?
If you keep talking,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but see, I know I'm the sensitive one. I'm always in my feelings. I was in that. I don't have kids, but some of what she's saying is some of what I went through myself. Like, I moved to a whole new city and everything. I had to get away, but at the same time, I still found myself thinking about him, and thinking about the memories and all that. I've left jobs. I've quit jobs just to be in a relationship with him, making stupid decisions. But what I will say, when you look back on those situations, when you made those mistakes, I know for me, I've learned from those. So now,
and
knowing
that's the biggest part.
It's okay to think about him, baby. Think about him. Yeah, he was cute. You missed the memories. It was all good and dandy. Whoop de woo. Life goes on. Now you just pick yourself up. You move on. You become a bad bitch. Make sure you look good every day. Make sure you're taking care of your kids. Make sure your kids got what they need. They not want for nothing. As long as you're there for your kids, you don't need no man. Sure, I know how I am. My mama. I tell my mama all the time, honey, I am your man. I am your man. Yes, I tell her that. Yes, I do. I be joking with her, but I'm not
Okay,
serious,
Oedipus,
y'all.
I'm gonna need you to roll that back, bruh.
I'm gonna say, look, I'm not serious. I be joking when I say it, but
I know you're not serious, but I mean, what you're saying is real. I mean, yes, everybody makes mistakes in a relationship. Everybody does stuff that they said they would never do. And then when you find yourself on the precipice of that foolishness, you're like, oh, fuck. But it's okay. It's really about learning from your mistakes. That's all life is about. Everybody thinks is, oh, my life sucks and oh, my life is great. It's about finding the balance. There's good things and bad things in everybody's life. But it could always be much, much worse, especially if you live in the States. Take a look at Syria. Take a look at the Congo. Take a look at Ethiopia. It could be so much worse. Being lonely is not the bottom of the barrel. It can get so much worse.
Mm-hmm. Girl, don't go.
That whole thing that,
Don't go bed.
What you say?
I said, girl, don't go bed.
Don't go bed.
Don't go bed. Don't go bed. Don't go bed. I know, girl. I know, because I've been.
We all been there.
My ex hit me up.
Ain't nothing like that
Wanting to slide through.
that puts it down.
I thought about it. I really did thought about it. Now I was like, no, I can't. Don't go bed. Don't go bed. Ain't nothing to go back to.
Ain't nothing. I'm good.
I'm good. Don't do it. Oh
goodness.
Yes,
Well,
yes. Were you guys?
well, y'all.
It's about that time.
I have fun. It was real copacetic.
As always, it's a good time. We enjoyed having you.
Eddie. Y'all, we can't wait. We forgetting something. You know,
We are forgetting something, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. We gotta bust it down.
It's something about getting.
We gotta bust it down.
I just don't know.
Let me slick my edges real quick.
Especially since there's strippers in town tonight. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Getting tested is
sexy.
It's
okay,
sexy.
wait, I'm ready.
Sexy.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Getting tested is what? Let's say it all together. It's sexy. We love you guys. See you next week. Bye-bye.